So I just got back from a trip to MIRA, which is good old Magic City, surprise, surprise. And when I was there, I stopped by Harbor Freight, which is relatively new in the area, but of course I've been to many Harbor Freights in the past. But I wanted to share 5 preps you should definitely pick up the next time you're at Harbor Freight. I think these can definitely help you out. And in case you've never been there, now you know that these items are there. And of course, if you have been there or you've been prepping for a long time, then let us know in the comments down below some other prepping related items that you like to pick up at Harbor Freight. And if you're worried about what's happening in the world and you just want to be as prepared as possible for it, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button below, because these are the things we talk about here on the channel. We just want to be prepared for whatever comes our way, no matter how cataclysmic it may or may not be. So the first thing that they have at Harbor Freight that everybody needs and nobody seems to have enough of is generators. You need a way to generate electricity, and they have all your generator needs there. They have gas generators, propane generators, but they also have solar generators, and they carry Jackery products, which I thought was pretty interesting. But the other cool thing that they carry in the sense of generators is they carry everything you need to make DIY solar generators as well, including the solar panels, the power inverters, and the batteries, and pretty much everything you would need to have a solar powered setup at your home. So definitely think about Harbor Freight if you want to get solar power or any other type of electricity generation system without having to order it online or whatever else. So I do think that's very cool that they have all those products there. And like I said, they even carry Jackery, which is pretty neat because they have solar capable components and they have solar capable power stations that are already put together for you. So the next thing on the list, the second thing they have there that I'm going to be picking up and that I think everybody could probably use if you have some property is going to be their solar motion sensor lights. I'm going to get some of these solar powered motion sensor lights and start putting them up around different parts of my property. That way I can be alerted to any activity that's going on in parts of my property where there's of course no electricity ran to it. So this gives me an option to have a little bit of an early warning system in case anybody was to be trespassing or something along those lines. And if there's any large game or any coyotes or any of that type of activity happening, I'll at least have some idea of where it's going on within my property. So I think that these are very good in the sense of security. It gives you a little bit more of a warning system, and it also lets anybody with malicious intent know that somebody might be watching them, and it could spook them out of doing whatever it is they thought they were going to do. So the motion sensor solar powered lights are definitely a good thing that of course you can get at other places, but this is just some ideas about prepping that you can get at Harbor Freight that I thought I should let you know about. And no, I'm not sponsored by Harbor Freight. They're not paying me anything for this. I'm just letting you guys know about some ideas I had while I was there, okay? So another prep that I think would be a good idea to pick up if you were going to go to Harbor Freight right now, and this is something that they seem to be pretty low on, and this is something you might be able to comment on based on what you've seen in your local hardware stores, but plastic sheeting is something I definitely think we could all use more of, especially in this time of the possibility of nuclear weapons and everything else being used. Plastic sheeting is how people are supposed to seal up their homes to keep any fallout or anything like that from entering their domicile. Well, it didn't seem like there was much of it in stock. So just keep that in mind in case you're worried about any type of fallout situation, or even in the future if there's some type of pandemic or something where you need to seal up your home from anything that's coming in from the outside. This plastic sheeting is a good thing to have more and more of. And of course it has many other uses as well, but at the end of the day it seemed to be in somewhat short supply. So I don't know if that has anything to do with what's happening in the world right now, but I could guarantee you if things really do pop off in that regard, that type of prep will disappear very quickly. So the plastic sheeting, which is usually in the paint section, definitely something good to have. Now another thing they have there, which everybody could use more of, because I like empty canisters, they make me want to fill them with things, right? So I buy 5-gallon buckets to fill them with food. Well, I also like to buy ammo cans and fill them with ammo, and Harbor Freight sells ammo cans. And one thing I'll say about Harbor Freight, because they have rifle cases, ammo cans, and stuff like that, well, I like any store that has this kind of generalized public appeal, but also still has Second Amendment related items. So I can give them credit for that. And they do definitely have ammo cans in supply. And I think that having a way to store your ammo efficiently without having to work too hard, and at the same time having a way to organize it well, is a good idea. So if you need ammo cans and you want brand new ones that aren't military surplus, and those are getting more and more expensive, and especially if you have them shipped to your home, they're really expensive. I mean, these might be a better option for you. They have the plastic ones, but I definitely suggest the metal ones if you're going to go that route, and they have them there at Harbor Freight. So the last thing on this list, and this is a short list because if there's other stuff that you think should be added to the list, just put it in the comments below. This is where we can all learn together as a community and just kind of help each other out when we're out looking to get better prepared. But the last thing on this list is something I think a lot of people overlook and probably don't have enough options for in their preps or in their inventory is bolt cutters. Bolt cutters can literally be the difference of life or death depending on a situation where the only way out is locked or the only way in is locked, right? And bolt cutters, aka the key to the city, is something that a lot of people just still don't own because they haven't really thought of a personal use for them in any kind of day-to-day situation. Like, well, when the hell would I use bolt cutters? But in a SHTF emergency type scenario, there's a lot of situations that could arise where bolt cutters could be the difference of you getting the supplies you need or not, or getting into a secure location or not, or whatever it is, okay? And I'm not trying to say you need to be nefarious to use bolt cutters. There's a lot of practical and righteous application for what bolt cutters could be used for that could definitely help somebody out in a pinch. So I think that they're good to have, and Harbor Freight had every single size imaginable. So something you could easily throw in a go bag, all the way to something that you could literally beat the crap out of a velociraptor with. So I think bolt cutters, they're overlooked. We need more of them in the preparedness community. Make sure you got them, because the key to the city is sometimes both how you get in and how you get out. These are just 5 things that are at Harbor Freight right now you can easily go pick up. Don't take my word for it. Go check it out. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. They don't even know who I am. But all I'm saying is that I'm trying to give you guys more options about where to get some stuff, or some ideas about some of the stuff you could be looking at in a different light if maybe you hadn't thought about it before. And always add more down below if you'd like, because I think as a community we do a good job of giving each other ideas. And I take a lot of ideas from the stuff you guys say down below in the comments, because I'm here learning too. I don't know everything, and I'm not, the expert of prepping in the sense of being the guy who wrote the book on it all. All I'm doing is trying to prepare myself and sharing that journey with you. So I appreciate all the support I get here. Thank you guys so much. And without anything else to say about it, that's going to be it for Magic Prepper.